Hello there, this is my latest Doctor Who review. Third one in the same day. Why not? Just watching the episode, so again, living room view. So yeah, this is the series 2. Well, it's not technically not the opener, although it's more series 2 than series 1. It's the Christmas special, the Christmas invasion from '05. Oh god, I love that episode. And yeah, this will be a yearly tradition. We constantly get Doctor Who every Christmas, and not everyone was that great, not everyone was that bad, but this is absolutely among the best. It's actually feels like Christmas as well. A lot of times you'll see stories that are just set at Christmas, don't feel too Christmassy. This is absolutely not one of those. This is Christmas Day. So yeah, you got like basically the plot is so right after that children comic relief mini special. Doctor like opens TARDIS, so collapses in Jackie and Mickey's arms. They got no idea who this is. Who was this guy? The Doctor. And the episode is while the Doctor is unconscious due to his regeneration causing problems. Again, something they've never done before, as far as I know. Oh, note yourself, Colin Baker's finale, which made him a bit opener, which made him a bit psychotic. But yeah, basically the type of regeneration has massive effect, and it basically leaves him quite manic and then pretty much unconscious throughout the whole episode. So yeah, the Doctor doesn't actually do all that much in the episode, but some of Doctor Who's best episodes barely involve him, so that's totally cool. So yeah, while he's unconscious, his regeneration energy attracts an alien race called the Sycorax who plan to take over Earth. So that, and the plot is how Rose and the others stop the threat when the Doctor's not there, because with him being unconscious, they can't even the TARDIS doesn't even work, doesn't even translate the alien language. So yeah, it's a very good episode. A couple of things I dislike, and so I'll start with something new. These reviews, I'm sure you've noticed from watching, these are not critical reviews. Like I mentioned how I disliked how romance was creeping in, like that moment in Boomtown, the Doctor's longingly looking at, like, sort of sadly looking at Rose walking off with Mickey, and it's like, I get it, this stuff attracts a big audience, so the romance, the soap opera side of it, that's totally cool. I'm not criticising anyone who likes that stuff. I just personally don't like it and think it doesn't matter who. Rusty Davies chose to wrote this stuff in. He never had to. There's no in the old episodes. The Doctor was never romantically interested in companions, and they weren't interested in him either. He was more like a father figure or older brother, and it never needed to be written. It did. If you like it, cool. I'm just not a fan whatsoever, and to me, it just really harms the show. It's not wrong. The other young girls being infatuated with the Doctor, totally cool. But yeah, the fact that the Doctor may even think the same way, I think, should never have happened. You can still write the same great stories without putting that stuff in. But yeah, so no problem with anyone who likes that stuff, obviously, but I just personally don't think it's a good idea, and the show never really needed it. Yeah, romance is fine, but the companion has to be absolutely amazing, and I just never thought Rose is that amazing. Similar thing with, like, future companions as well. Obviously, it's not a spoiler to say that after 17 years, Rose isn't the only companion for the Doctor. Like, don't tell it's not the only Doctor. Obviously, things change, but yeah, I'm not a fan of it at all. But yeah, on to the episode then. So, yeah, the Doctor's basically unconscious throughout the whole episode. The Sycorax show up and plan to take over Earth. They've got some sort of like blood magic control where 1/3 of the world's population, they can basically walk to a roof and threaten to make them drop unless the world leader surrenders. The world leader is Harriet Jones. She's been elected PM by landslide, like the Doctor said previously. She leads Britain to a new golden age, and she's just a still really great character. She's really likable. She's like strong in the way she tells the America that the president is not taking over. He's not going to turn this into a war. Britain are in charge. Is that a take on Tony Blair and George Bush? Being best friends in their war. Again, the early 2000s. Who knows? But yeah, I like that she's like, no, this isn't war. But then she, I love that she basically tells the Sycorax to put his dog on the door. It's not. It's my dog snoring. If you can see it, it's like nose. He's flicking away. Listen now. And it stopped. But does he only react when there's actually talking going on? No, well, I'm sure it'll come up again. But yeah, so back to the episodes. Yeah, she takes control of the situation, tells them that they welcome them in peace, but the planet's armed and we do not surrender. And it's yeah, that's exactly what happened. Basically, the Sycorax, they've got Torchwood gets mentioned. Torchwood are like preparing the defences for the planet. Clearly, they've got like translation tools. They can translate what the Sycorax is saying. They teleport the TARDIS on board with Rose and Mickey. The Doctor's still unconscious. He wakes up briefly earlier to stop a spinning Christmas tree and some robot Santas, which are pilot fish. Things that are just there with like leading the way before the main threat shows up, which is the Sycorax mothership. And the Doctor eventually wakes up. It turns out tea that Jackie brought on board, like, effectively completely revitalises him. And yeah, he it's quite funny when he wakes up. He's very like comical. You know, he's still got a bit of the regeneration goofiness going. Then it just changes to serious, just like that. He's quickly challenges the leader of the Sycorax to a sword fight, beats him, gets his hand cut off in the process, but it grows back due to his regeneration energy, and the new hand is a fighting hand and allows him to win. It's pretty good, and yeah, but things get dark very quickly. He tells the Sycorax leader to leave, never come back, and Harriet Jones has tortured, annihilated the mothership with a with torchwood weaponry scavenged from alien tech 10 years ago, and a crash ship. And I'm wondering if that is a reference to the film, because that was 1996, and at this time, well, it's 2005, it was tying into 2006 series, so it could be, or it could just be a random mention. But yeah, I'm sure it's a nod to that film, but maybe I've got it on DVD over there, so I should probably check it out sometime. I'm sure there's no crash landing, but who knows? Or maybe it's just big finish work. But yeah, basically, Harry Jones claims this was defence, the Doctor doesn't, and just because of his own attitude, he pretty much ruins Britain's golden age, which he said in the previous series will happen. So yeah, I never like this bit. It's the whole, this Doctor is right, everything he says, you must listen to, you must agree. And no, she's pretty right. The Sycorax murdered two of Harry Jones's like the guys in her team, and the Doctor, yeah, he tells them to leave and never come back, but you do feel like, and yeah, he also kills Sycorax leader, but only because the leader basically tries to backstab him. But yeah, I just never liked the decision that the Doctor's ego basically ruins, as he says, Britain's golden age, and there will be consequences. You'll see eventually that this is going to come back and bite him hard eventually. You'll see when we get there. Yeah, and the way he basically ruins Harriet Jones's life, he basically pretty much sets up a vote of no confidence against her. It just feels wrong, and yeah, I like that this Doctor can go from like cheerful to ultra serious, perhaps better than Chris Eccleston, because Dave Tennant's probably better at the really cheerful stuff. But well, I still think Chris Eccleston's good at the really much more serious stuff. But I think Dave Tennant can jump between the two because he's so good at the happy stuff. But yeah, it basically ends with the Doctor planning to leave, and again, Mickey, Jesus, you're never coming back, are you? It's like, God, just move on. I just think, and it's just little bits of dialogue, like Rose is like jokingly saying, you'll never give up on me, will you? And he's like, nah, you know it. It's like, come on, man, just grow a pair. But the adult audience is just, he shouldn't be putting up with this. And again, why is this is being written in like, because he's just this tool who will just wait for Rose forever. Like Boomtown, when is the moment he's had enough and he's still back there. Get if he's there as a friend, but he's still like waiting for her, and then yeah, it'll keep happening. I just hate this stuff. I honestly can't think of anyone who really likes it. I mean, Rusty Davies is returning to Doctor Who for next year, and obviously he's hopefully better, but a very different writer now based on the other stuff he's written since. But I really hope he's learned from the things like that and doesn't do them again. So we'll see. So yes, that's it. Very good Christmas episode. Probably not my favourite Christmas episode of all, but definitely in the best, like top half of them. So yes, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will be on to series 2 starting from tomorrow. So thank you, and see you next time.